Okay, so Alison Sweeney is joining us this morning, you guys, here in our Google Plus Hangout at Fox 11 Los Angeles. Thanks so much for joining us. It's very casual.
Yeah,
very
hi
informal.
everybody.
We've got a bunch of people
Hi.
with us from all over the world.
No way.
We've got Drew, who's with us. He's in the Valley here in LA. Elaine is in Ottawa, Canada.
Hi.
Kim is in Kansas City.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Nick is in Dallas. Nick,
Hello.
by the way, thank goodness you made it okay with all those tornadoes last night.
Yeah, no kidding.
That, right? So
Yeah.
Stormy is also in the south in Mississippi this morning. We've got Trev, who's hanging out with us from England.
Trev.
Zoreen, I forgot what city you're in, but I don't know if you can.
Sacramento.
Sacramento. And there's a bunch of people watching us on air as well. So hey, YouTubers, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like us and comment and share the link. And if you got a question for Alison, just let me know and I'll get it to her. Alison is here because, congrats, my God, I was just talking about what a slug I feel like, because this is a novel that you've just written.
Yeah.
On top of being a wife and a mother and a working actress on daytime Days of Our Lives and Biggest Loser and everything else that you do, how in the world do you have find time to write a book?
Yeah, it's just one of those things I really wanted to do, and I sort of have that. I feel like if you want something done, you ask someone who's busy, right? You know, like it just.
That's actually, you're right. Yeah.
I just wanted to. I've always wanted to do it, and so I started writing it, and the more I wrote, and the more I got to know the characters, the more it flowed and got to be a whole story. And I really kind of never imagined it actually getting published. So this whole part is sort of surreal to me, but I love it.
It's called The Star Attraction. And
it's about Hollywood.
It's about Hollywood.
It's about,
of course.
Yeah, the red carpets. It's about a publicist who represents celebrities, and you know how she kind of handles that and handles them and actors and their eccentricities.
So there's some truth.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of real stories in there. Yeah.
So if you're interested in Hollywood and you're one of those people, I think I was reading a little bit, that picks up that People magazine at the grocery store, then you're really gonna like.
I think so.
This
yeah,
novel.
It's fun.
You guys have some questions for Alison, so I will get to you right now. Kim, I know you have a friend that watches the show, right?
I have a friend that watches Days of Our Lives and one that watches Biggest Loser, and I am to ask you if you know whether you and EJ are going to stay together, and my friend Geraldine Thomas wishes you much luck in your book.
Oh, well, tell Geraldine Thomas thank you so much. I can't give away, of course, the storyline, but certainly we have a very exciting story coming up this summer on Days of Our Lives. It's going to be Sammy getting herself into trouble again, and it's awesome. I'm very excited about it. So EJ will be there.
Fantastic. I have to share with you, my brother-in-law works on the show. Chris Weitzel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
How about that? Well, then ask her. She would know.
I know. We don't talk about that, but I was over at his house the other day. He's like getting all the stories.
What did you read? Tell us.
I didn't see anything.
Yay.
But yeah,
I'm gonna pull her aside later, like, what are you doing?
But it's interesting how the writers, of course, come up with these stories. Do you have any input? Because you've been on the show, I think, since you were born.
Yeah.
Basically, and you look exactly the same. But do you have input at this point? Like,
oh no, I mean they
guide the.
No, they do their job, and we just do the best we can to put it. Put it on tape and get it out there to people. But I feel so tied in with Sammy. I know her so well, so I'm very invested in her journey.
I'm just curious how similar you two are, Alison and Sammy. Like, what are the qualities that are the same?
She's actually different from me in most ways. Obviously, she's definitely has a different moral code.
Yeah,
Sammy has a very different moral code than I do. But I love her vivaciousness. I love that she's willing to kind of do anything and to get what she wants. I sort of admire her tenacity, but she's also sort of a she leaps before she looks every time. But I love her.
Over the years, I mean, by the way, if you guys have a question, just get my attention and I'll go to you. I mean, over the years, I've watched, on and off with like many people, and I loved Sammy, then I hated Sammy. I loved Sammy, and I hated Sammy. So, right? It's exciting. Yeah. Now, what I admire about you, Alison, and I know that and this is my perception of you, is that you are like a regular person. You're in this world, but you've been married a long time. Yeah, you've been married to your husband who
13 years in July.
13 years, and he's
Congrats.
Wow.
is a firefighter? No,
He's a police officer.
He's a police officer.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a police officer, and must be kind of hard for you.
Yeah, obviously he has a tough job, scary job, but he loves it, and you know, we have this amazing family, and our 2 kids are so spectacular.
Beautiful,
Thank you. We love them, and yeah, I just I like separating myself from Hollywood. I like to go home at night and live a regular life.
You have that ability to do so, because I find that so many people in this industry don't.
Yeah.
You know, like it's hard for them to separate those two.
Yeah.
And I admire that in you.
Well, I find it like mandatory. I'm so happy to go home at night and shake all this stuff off. It's like a coat, you know, you put on, and then you can go home and put on my PJs and get comfortable with my family.
I bet. Now, do I have any other questions from you guys?
Stormy has a question.
Yes, go ahead, Stormy.
Okay, I had to get my mic unmuted. I was wondering, how long did you spend thinking about your book, and how long did it take you to write it?
I spent a long time thinking about my book. Having been on Days of Our Lives for 20 years, I've told a ton of stories and been the actor telling a bunch of so many stories. And as much as I love Sammy and I love what I've done, you know, not every story ended the way I thought it should or had the same outcome that I envisioned. And so it was a fun exercise for me to get to do it my way and write a story the way I wanted it to turn out, and scenes to be shaped the way I thought they should be. So it was a really, like, almost a cathartic journey for me.
That's empowering.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
And so it took me, I don't know, a couple years, which is stressing me out because I'm writing a second book right now, and I actually have a deadline.
I swear, I feel like such a slug next to you. I'm going to go home and, like, you know, do all kinds of stuff. I'm going to try to.
But, well, we'll see. You know, you could say that if I actually get it done on time, because I'm a little bit nervous at this point. But this one took me, like, I don't know, 2 years, maybe a little longer to get it all ready for you.
Now, you always write a character that's sort of...
Not straight.
No, you look great. You always write a character in that you feel most like or would like to be. So who is that?
They say write what you know, so Hollywood is obviously where I work and what I'm familiar with, and I thought it was a fun way to, you know, pull the curtain back on how things get made, or how it all comes together the way that it does. The main character, Sophie, is a publicist, and my best friend is a publicist. Oh! But it's totally coincidence. They're totally different people.
Okay. Is she here?
Yeah, she's right there. Look, she's waving. She hates me right now.
I have a quick question.
Okay, so just to finish my thought, or to answer your question, is that she's really me. Like, a lot of her, you know, klutziness and sort of lack of self-confidence, a lot of that stuff that she had to grow and learn and change comes from me. But, you know, the story is obviously not real.
That's so cool. Kim, you have the Kempton question. Go ahead.
Oh, cool. Well, my other friend, Emily Mills, she wants to know, how do you get the people motivated to work out on Biggest Loser? What are some tips that you have?
Well, it's a tough question because I'm not sure if you mean like the trainers who do that, who are helping motivate and kind of guide the contestants as to what their workout should be.
Drill sergeants.
They set homework for them and keep them under certain guidelines. But the real question, if you're asking about motivation, has to come from within. I mean, you have to want it, and you have to decide that you're worth it to work out. You know, I mean, I think it's about changing your mindset, and instead of looking at working out and eating right as a punishment or some sort of like form of torture, you have to look at it as a reward. How lucky are we to be able to move our bodies like this and go out there and do what you want to do, and all those different things that we can do with our bodies. So I feel like I when I have time to work out, I'm excited about it. And eating right is the same thing. You know, you have to love yourself and your body enough to take care of it.
You be healthy. Okay, you guys. Alison Sweeney, you can catch her new book. It's called The Star Attraction. It's out on the shelves now.
It's out on the shelves now. And when you love it, give it a good review on Amazon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm going to remember all your names, so I expect 1, 2, 3, 4.
I believe her.
Okay.
Are you on Twitter?
Is it an ebook as well?
It's at @Ali_Sweeney is my Twitter handle.
_Sweeney. Okay.
Yes, and of course, Days of Our Lives. every day. Watch it.
Every day.
I'll be checking that too.
Yes, please do. You know, I'm related there. And also Biggest Loser. So anyway.
Thank you.
Let me take a picture before you go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here's the camera right
Okay.
here. Okay, ready? All right, hold your book. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.